breed of horses typical from Peru. This means they have genetical characteristics. So to be a breed of horses means they have genetical characteristics enough to make them different from any other breed in the world, to make them unique in the end. The most important characteristic is the gait. Most horses, when they walk, they move two legs at the same time, but Peruvian horses won't. They move each one of the four legs at a different time. Each leg comes to the ground one after the other. And they do so in such a perfect sequence that the consequence is that the back of the horse goes very, very steady. So the rider experiences almost no up and down motion as in other horses, but almost only the forward motion of the dance of the horse. And this is why Peruvian Pasos are known to be the most comfortable walking horses in the world. That's the excellence of our horses. Right? And then they have an outward motion, something like this, before they put the front leg on the ground. This is unique to Peruvian horses. And finally, they walk very proudly, with the head and the neck very raised up. So altogether, it's a very, very beautiful show. This dance we're going to see now is called the Son de los Diablos, or the music of the devils, and it is a mocking dance. They are mocking about the lords, they are mocking about especially Catholic religion. Vamos a ver el Son de los Diablos. It is also typical from the coastal region of Peru. As a difference to Son de los Diablos, which has a more Afro-Peruvian origin, this is more of a mestizo kind. Adelante, por favor. Horses is in the Spanish horses that came to South America with the conquistadors in the 16th century. After that time, they were used for traveling purposes on the coast of Peru, and also as elegant horses by the owners of the haciendas. And after these breeders, they were choosing the horses and looking for some characteristics they liked the best. What is important to know is that nowadays a Peruvian horse is born walking like that. We don't train them to do so, it's just genetics. The youngest little colt we have here, he is only 2 days old. He was born the day before yesterday, so that you can look at him performing and walking with the same rhythm as an adult horse. Es una potranquita, una hembra. A family, the mother has won several times the first prize in her class. And the father is a stallion, ours, that has been a national champion. So we hope she's going to grow to be a very, very beautiful mare. The most important competitions there are in Peru. When they are younger than 3 years, they perform not ridden but taken, with the halter and the rope. They're still growing and try not to damage this natural process. We would like to show you some younger horses so that you can look at them performing in the same way they do in competitions at this age. Adelante. morphological characteristics that make them different from other breeds of horses. They are not really tall. They're medium-sized horses, a little bit short and very muscular, typical rounded form. So as a whole, they seem as compact animals. And massive, very broad in the base. It grows quite thin when it's ahead, so having a little of strength, they will not lose elegance. The head is formed always by these thin, very elegant lines, and together with the big, expressive eyes and the short, pointy ears, they form a very beautiful face. The chest is protruding forwardly. The legs are thin, the hooves are small and very hard. We don't use horseshoes on Peruvian horses because they don't need. And finally, they have these very beautiful manes and tails, typically long, silky and shiny. In a Peruvian dance, Marinera Norteña, typical from the city of Trujillo. It has a lot of Spanish influences, just easy to imagine due to our history, but also a little bit of Africa. This can be seen in the use of the handkerchief when they dance, which is typical in most of the dances in Angola. Peruvian horses is a very beautiful art. We put a lot of attention in docility. They must grow to be docile horses. Our chalanes are coming in, so you can appreciate also the art of Peruvian equitation. But if you see the hands of our chalanes, you're going to see that they barely move. Nevertheless, they are guiding the horse, and the horse is answering to the slightest motion in the hand of the rider. They are not anonymous horses. Each one has its own story, name, and these ribbons they have on the chest, they are representative of the awards they have won in their different competitions. All of these, they have been a champion. When they are a champion is when they wear this big ribbon on the chest. And the ones that have a golden rim, those are being champion of champions. So these are the horses that we can really proudly show to you. Dance Marinera again, but this time they're going to be joined by chalanes dancing with Peruvian Paso horses. Marinera